Hey guys, Pilgrim here. Today I'm happy to bring you guys Fury Warrior Beta BFA changes. I'm going to cover stuff that I think will affect PvP because I don't know what will affect PvE and what won't affect it, okay, as far as talents. And I'm not a good PvEer, so I have no business of going over the talents in my opinion. So let's go right into it. Sudden Death is now back from MOP, if you guys know, from WoD, excuse me. If you guys played WoD, you'll know exactly what this is. Basically lets you execute any target at any health, and your attacks have a chance to reset the cooldown. So you can pop execute on people 100% health, hit them with an execute. That can proc another one of these sudden death procs. You can execute them again. So in your burst, people know in WoD, it was pretty disgusting. You can pop some bursts and get some nasty execute procs into there and chunk people up pretty bad. So it's going to be pretty fun to mess around with this as Fury once again. Inner Rage has changed. Rage and Blow cooldown is reduced by 1 second and damage is increased by 15%. Causing a Rage and Blow to hit just a little bit harder. Right now, Rage and Blow hits, for me, 1,364 damage, and my Bloodthirst hits about as hard as it, which is kind of sad for me. So it's a pretty solid choice as well. Sudden Death, Inner Rage, I don't think you can go wrong by picking either one of them, depending on your playstyle. With the global cooldowns, maybe getting Sudden Death, you pop Execute, gotta wait a second or two to do another ability. Could hinder you a little bit, but I think it'll be really, really freaking fun. And Fury Slash is now a talent, so good luck with that. That thing is trash anyways. As you notice, there is no avatar here, and there's no bloodbath. They removed it from Fury. So I thought I'd bring that up. Furious Charge now only increases your Bloodthirst heal by 250% when you charge instead of 300% that it used to be, which is pretty good because now we don't take extra damage, so our healing is pretty dang good right now. So they had to nerf it a little bit, which, I mean, it is what it is, right? War Paint, when you take 10% less damage when you're in rage, this is pretty freaking solid. You can pair this up with the Honor talent that keeps you in rage when you Rage and Blow. That's pretty freaking amazing. Always taking 10% less damage, but that heal is pretty good too. Massacre has changed. Execute is now usable on targets below 35% health. Look at that. Finally changed Massacre, making it usable. I'm just kidding. That is still not usable. Still not usable. I mean, it's not bad, but it's you wouldn't take it over Carnage or Froth and Berserker. That thing is bad. Rage and Blow. Dragon's Roar is replacing your Odin's Fury. So pretty much an AoE damage, but this one also slows them and it's on a 35-second cooldown. So pretty good. That doesn't hit obviously as hard as Odin's Fury did because it's different expansions, but the fact that it hits AoE should be able to cleave some people up with this, and your burst would be pretty good. Blade Storm did receive a nerf. Now it only lasts 2.8 seconds when you use this thing. It's on a 1 minute cooldown though, so you still can get out of roots with this. You still can immune some CC with this, but it's kind of hard to see that duration of it. Only lasting 2.8 seconds. So there you go. Like my sex life, right? No, but for real, that's really bad. But I mean, without Avatar no more though, this is in Trinket. So Trinket is the only way to get out of a root, and Bladestorm would be the only way to get out of a root as a Fury Warrior. So with the loss of Avatar, maybe some people might even pick that. Meat Cleaver, I don't know if this would be good for PvP, and I actually don't know much about that. Whirlwind has a 10% chance to enrage you and generates an additional 1 rage per target hit, up to 3 additional rage. If that sounds good for PvP to you, then good. If that sounds good for PvE, hallelujah to you. I don't think it sounds that good, but I'm unsure, so I felt I'd mention that. I'd still use Dragon Roar 100% of the time here, pretty much. I mean, maybe Bladestorm here and there. Reckless Abandon has not changed, not that I'm aware of. Anger Management is inside of this game again. Every 25 rage you spend reduces the remaining cooldown of Recklessness by 1 second. The old school Anger Management used to be all your abilities, but that would probably be a little OP. So having Recklessness back a little bit quicker is not a bad thing, but I don't think I'd give up Reckless Abandon for that. Siegebreaker is back into the game, but this kind of works like a Fury Warrior Colossus Smash, like a I don't want to call it a Gumpy Colossus Smash, but it's a pretty good Colossus Smash. It's on 30-second cooldown, generates 15 rage, and when you pop someone with this thing, it increases the damage you do to them by 15% for 10 seconds. That is not bad. Outside of Fury Burst, having an extra damage keep up is pretty freaking good. That's not bad. On a 30-second cooldown, you know, I can see you pairing this up with a couple of things. I can see myself pairing this up with a couple of things. So those are the changes so far. Barbarian has received a nerf. For 3 seconds after cast in Heroic Leap, you may cast it a second time. So basically, if you pop Heroic Leap, you can cast it again. But if you don't cast it in that 3-second window, you're shit out of luck. And you only get 2 of them. So there's probably more that you can use, better talents that you can use, such as Endure and Rage, which has been, it used to be called Endless Rage, but now it's changed. It increases the duration of your Enraged effect by 1 second, and Raging Blow extends the duration of your Enrage by 1.5 seconds. It used to refresh the duration of your Enrage, but now that we don't take extra damage when we're Enrage, they're kind of nerfing this a little bit. But it's still a pretty solid choice, because you can pair this up with Warpaint, and you can keep taking 10% less damage for quite a bit. And also don't forget, also doing a lot more damage because of our Mastery. When we're in Rage, we do a lot more damage. So that's not a bad freaking choice. Also, Slaughterhouse has changed as well. Bloodthirst deals up to an additional 50% damage and healing when it hits a target under 50% health, and reduces the remaining cooldown by 1 second. That is not freaking bad. Given our Bloodthirst more healing and damage, that's not bad. I can see me using this for sure. Other than that, I don't think I saw any other changes that are worth mentioning, and if I missed something, I'm sure someone will point it out and call me a moron, but that's okay. So, I hope you guys are having fun. If you have BFA, copy your tune over so you can have all your gear and all your transmogs and titles and all that kind of stuff. You can rock the Duels title if you have it, or Gladiator, and I hate you for that. But for the most part, that's Fury for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, toss it a thumbs up. And definitely bring you guys some more scrimmages with the new builds and how I'm rocking and rolling. And if you guys come up with some fancy builds, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll definitely try those out too, because I'm just going to be experimenting as well. So thank you so much for watching the video. This has been Ilpilgrim, and as always, don't be a sucker.